Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm just going to get my desktop all set up here and we'll get going here. Let me just scooch that up. And I hope everyone had an amazing weekend or is having an amazing weekend, depending on where you're at in the world. And I'm excited to see what messages come through from Spirit today. And just to get to this taken care of. All right. And I hope you're enjoying this Libra moon energy, which is balancing of relationships and kind of harmony and, easier going kind of energy. We do go into Scorpio moon energy, which is one of the more intense ones this evening, late in the evening. So on the East Coast, it'd actually be a little bit after midnight, closer to 1 a.m. Eastern time. But on the West Coast, it'll be more towards like 10 o'clock ish. So get ready, buckle up, buttercups, because there is some beautiful, wonderful energy that comes with Scorpio. Now, if you're interested in like getting a heads up, a forecast of the moon energy and different planets, every Monday I do put out a Moon Day Monday video that talks about the changes, because every 2 to 3 days the moon changes signs because we go through the entire zodiac in like 28, 29 days. So if you want to get a heads up to know what kind of energy are coming in, I do put that out. And then any other kind of planetary energies that stand out. So if you want to take a look at that, those are free. So a new one will be coming out tomorrow for the following week. And if you want even more advanced notice, with my Moon Day Mondays, I'm about to talk about Take 10 with Zen, my What's Up Wednesdays. If you become a member of my YouTube channel at the at $7.99 a month, you get advanced videos that I record a week in advance. Through these sessions, I also have praying mantis sessions where it's just us and my members, where we pull more readings, we dive deeper, and we have a special Q&A on Thursday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So for a couple hours, we talk about spirit, we ask questions about me, we dive deeper, do past life readings, jump into oracle readings, all sorts of fun stuff. So if you want interested in that, all the information is down in the description box of the video below. And as I mentioned, each week I do put out on Tuesdays, it's Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays. It's a video of 10 minutes or less that talk about how to connect with spirit, our higher self, and or answer questions from my subscribers. And last week's was the how of higher love. How do you connect with higher love? So if you want to check that out. And also, like I said, each Wednesday, I've been calling them the What's Up Wednesdays, because that's where we ask spirit, what's up? And so it's a pick a card reading. This one was about the Virgo new moon that happened, and that'll be impacting us for a couple weeks until the full moon that comes up. And we asked, what can be changed or transformed in my routine, my daily routine? Virgo energy is like our daily routine, our work routine kind of thing. Also, I have giveaways each month, and here is the playlist. You'll notice in the playlist, I used to do them weekly, but I have to balance things out. So I did push it back to monthly monthly giveaways. So there's 3 ways to enter 3 different drawings. So if you want to check those out, that is where you can look at that. And then also I made an announcement that for most of my services, I'm having 50% off for the rest of 2023 because I love you and I want to give back. So my pre-recorded personal readings are half off. My hedges of peace and love are half off, and my Wish Upon a Star Astro readings as well. All that information, you guessed it, down in the description box of the video below. So that's the blah, blah, blah. I come on a little early just to make sure everyone knows what is available, because I have a lot of free content and I want to make sure you're aware that it's out there. It doesn't do no good if you don't know it's there, right? So that is what we have there. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. Got a great community. Arts, great senses of humor. So welcome. If you readings work, you can check the description box of the video to prioritize donations. I honor that energy exchange, and it talks about how to do that in the description box. So that is the skinny on that. So I'm going to be using this Ravenous Dracon Tarot today. So if you like it and you're interested, that's the name of it, and that's the author down here, Beth. I won't murder her last name. And so that's what we're going to be using today for the tarot. All right, so let's get started and see what's up. Hey, everybody. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Good to see everyone. I love all of your energy. All right, so I don't have any donations yet, so we are going to start at the top here. Oh, let me change this to live. There we go. And so, Johanna Jurisen, hello, hello. You are up first. Let's take a look here. And you want to get some insight on the connection between you and JR. All right, let's take a look here. If you're older like me, you're going to think of the old soap opera, late night soap opera called Dallas. J.R. Ewing, right? Wow. I see here the connection here. There's a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of different emotions that are going on in between the both of you. Really, peace of mind. I don't feel like there's a lot of mental confusion, but emotional confusion. So there is this, like I said, when you look at this card, one of the big emotions that's going on here is the Two of Cups, which is, of course, the romance and the important relationship. And you can see how they're like, got their eye on that. There's a variety of different emotions that are bubbling all over the place, but it feels like the eye is on the relationship piece. It just feels like with the Four of Swords, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of intention and expectation yet. Yay. And so there's this nice balancing mentalness around it where it's like they're feeling the feels. And I feel like you're feeling the feels, but on their side, they don't have a whole lot of specific intention around everything. They're just kind of easy going, like, let's see what happens. Let's see what unfolds. They don't have like a itinerary planned out. It's almost like if you're going on um, a road trip and you don't have a destination picked out, you're just like, I'm just going to head off and we'll see where we end up. That's the kind of energy that's coming in there with JR. I don't feel like you so much. I feel like you kind of like, I'd like to know like at least where we're headed so I know what to pack, what to wear. So I feel like you're more on the, I want to know kind of like what's happening here, but they're not. They're just like, just pack a little bit of everything because here we go. So that's what's coming in, Johanna. I don't know if that's conducive to your personality. You're like, oh, hell, heck no. All right. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you. And then Anya Ahuya, you want to know about the dream you had last night, the black cats. I love kitty cats. And the black cat, that's reminding me, of course, of the Queen of Wands. She has the black cat there. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right. Yeah. So I see here with the Justice card, you're really balancing out here, your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about life. You have the Ace of Swords here, which connects you to the capital T, connecting you to higher knowledge, higher awareness of things, and it's cutting away fears and it's letting things go. And I like that. The Knight of Wands is this fast movement of energy that's coming in. With these two together, really, it reminds me of like an upgrade in your spiritual awareness and energy. And so, whatever you've been doing with cutting away some old beliefs and thinking, you've been doing some significant releasing lately, which has opened up like the pipeline to the unconditional love of up above, which has expanded like your capacity for a spiritual I'll call it a spiritual gift, but it's like a spiritual tool that you're able to use. I feel like these black cats are a symbol for you to recognize. Now they're showing me the movie The Matrix, right? When they saw the black cat where it repeated itself, and it's like, "Ooh, there's a glitch in the matrix. That means something's been changed." And that's what I feel is coming in here. Spirit likes to use movies because I watched a lot of movies in my life. That's where I would go for my escape. So they've got a lot that they push in my brain here. So if you haven't seen that, that's what happened. Is like they saw a cat, do something, and then they look back and the cat did the same thing, and they're like, "That's odd." And they're like, "What?" Like, "I just saw the cat. This is the exact cat." "Well, I think it is." "Oh my gosh, that means something's changed." And I like it, but it's a positive thing for you because it is this upgrade, this movement up in your spiritual capacity. Because again, the Queen of Wands is what they're bringing in here, which has the black cat representing their connection to the spirit world, where the Queen of Wands already has spiritual energy. And, like you had the Knight of Wands, which is the movement, quick movement and pursuit, also seeking of higher energy. That knight is on that quest. So I feel like this is just spirit's message here of going, you are doing the things that help you upgrade. You are letting go of fears. Like, oh, if a black cat crosses your path, but it's like, no, it's not a bad omen. This is a positive omen of things to come, of upgrades that you're ready for it. You're prepared for it. And they're kind of just letting you know, buckle up, buttercup, because where you're about to expand in your spiritual energies in a very beautiful way. So that's what I feel is coming in for you, Anya. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Joanna. All right. Shravani Nagose. Hello, hello. So who is coming towards you in love? Which kind of person and after how much time? All right, let's take a look here. See what spirit has coming in here. So we'll do a card for each. Excuse me. So the kind of person coming in here, we have the Five of Swords, which is someone who challenges your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Because the Five of Swords, I feel, is your internal conflict. It makes your heart conflicted with your mind. So it is the kind of person that's so different than your type, the person that your brain goes, this is who you're supposed to be with, should, need to, have to be, whatever this brainwashing and conditioning that we've had growing up, whether it's a specific belief system or nationality or certain jobs or looks or blah, 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 blah. We developed this long list of supposed to, right? But this person's like, it creates this conflict. The heart goes, oh my gosh, I want that. And the mind goes, oh, heck no, that's not who we normally would go for. But I want, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's going back and forth. It's like this tug of war that's going inside. And I like this for you because it's so outside of your norm. And they bring in beautiful things for you. So I like this for you. The when, really, the Emperor card here tells us that it's up to you and them. It's not like a set in stone. It is a faded coming together. But if you check out my Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5, and 6, if you want to know about death and fate. 4, 5, and 6, I'll talk about the fate of life and how sometimes there's fated relationships and sometimes there's just bonus relationships. But this is a fated relationship. But even with fated relationships, it doesn't mean that it's an exact time. There's an early time you can meet and a later time you can meet. And how we make it become earlier, it talks about it in those videos, the things that we can do to bring things sooner. So if you want to know how to do that, check out those videos. I won't go into that now since those are available for free. But that's what they're saying here with the Emperor, because the Emperor is, you are the one that creates new beginnings. You are the one that has decisions to make. that can help it be sooner or later. Like the latest point, it's pushing into like next year, June through September of next year. If you don't do anything and you just wait, you're going to meet them like June through September of next year, depending on what they're doing. But you can meet sooner if you do these things that it talks about in that Take 10 with Zen videos. And of course, it also depends on what the other person is doing, because both of you are needing to raise your love vibration to meet. And otherwise, you're going to continue to do what you've always done and get what you always got. So that's what's coming in, Shravani. I like this for you. It's very uh, life opening and life changing for you. So I like it. Right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And up next, we got Dijona. Hello, Dijona. So you'd like a general reading from the angels. All right. Let's take a look here and see what your angels want you to know here. So, we've got our guardian angel, and then we've got our angels who, there's some that are with us our entire life. And then there's some that come in and out for special, they're like special agents that come in. They have specialties that they help us in. So they come in, and then when that's done, they go. So we've got a core and then specialist. And then we got all of everyone is really spirit guides, but you have people, beings that are intentionally to help guide, and then ancestors and loved ones. So who out of all of that, I don't know why they wanted me to go into all that, but they wanted to make sure there's all this whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that give us guidance. The angels that are wanting to speak, now in a way they wanted to say here, the angels that are wanting to speak are the special agent angels that are in your life for a specific person for a specific time or events, right? I don't know why. Maybe I need to get some new glass. I need to get some glasses because the little palm with that, for some reason it looked like Smokey the Bear. You know how they have that hat on and the Smokey the Bear. um, I don't know why, if that means anything. I was like, "What is why?" I knew that I saw it before, but it changed on me there. But what they want you to know here, yeah. So there's some special agents that are working with you right now around this energetic block that you've been feeling in your life, something that you felt you haven't been able to get beyond. But the Nine of Wands is this hermit journey that these specific special agent angels are helping you with. And it's about stepping into your power, and allowing you to alter how you focus your energy, not what you focus your energy on, because that's something that you've been working on. But this is them teaching you a new tool of how to send energy, to express energy, maybe even into energy work, because you've got the Page of Swords, which is about higher education, new information, connecting to higher truths. So this might be even a new type of energy work that maybe we forgot and you're bringing it back, or it's you stepping in and learning about some sort of energy process, energy work. So if you're interested in Reiki or Qigong or Tai Chi or movement of energies, definitely it's being initiated and nudged by these special agent angels. So they're like, yes, look into this. There's tons of videos out there, of course, on YouTube, a lot of free content. But if you're even wanting to take a class or, anything like that, definitely it's supported with this energies. And this is what the angels have for you right now. So I like this, Dijona, and many blessings to you. All right. Magana, you are up next for the next free reading here. All right. There we go. Sorry, I lost my place. So, you want to know, are you on the right path of changing old patterns? You've consciously decided to do certain things differently. Is it helping? All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see what spirits analysis of this is. Yes. You got the Sun card. One of the most victorious, supportive cards. I feel like whatever you're doing is shining a lot of light on things in your life that is allowing this change. A lot of fire energy here with the Sun and the Wands, and you have the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving knight. And I feel like they're saying here, it's you're changing old patterns faster than you realize. And of course, when you're, like the clock, tick tock, yep. Sorry, a little glare there, but when we're with ourselves, we don't we don't see it, right? It's like people who don't see us for a month or two or three, and they see us like, oh my gosh, you've look at you, you've changed. You're like, what? And because we see ourselves every day and we're with ourselves every moment, we don't realize it. It's like if you're walking up like a circular staircase and you're walking up, you don't realize how far you've come because your eyes are open and you're adjusting and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. But if you go up like 3 floors with blindfolded and then they take off the blindfold, like, whoa, look how far we got up here. That's why we don't realize how far that you've come. But they're definitely saying, yeah, this Knight of Wands, you're covering a lot of ground quickly that you don't realize you are. So I like this. Very much a thumbs up and a high five from your spiritual team saying, yep, you definitely are. It's helping. So keep it up. And that's what they got for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. And then Starfall, you'll be my next free reading here, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Crow's Nest, for your donation. Appreciate that. You want to know Hugo's next actions. All right. Let's take a look here and see what. All right. Right. That one and that one and that one. And then again, something from the bottom of the deck with unseen, something that is going to be surprising. All right. Well, we'll take a look and see what that is here in a sec. We got the Magician card making itself known first, which is action and movement and putting things into action. So we like that because it does show that there's activity. They're not sitting like a bump on a log. You're like, are we anything going to happen? There is going to be action coming up here. Let's see what that action is. All right, let's see what all these are. Okay. All right. Well, we do like that here. So we've got the Ten of Swords. So one of the actions here, again, endings and new beginnings, which the Magician card being the number one in the major arcana does show new beginnings and significant new beginnings. Striking midnight. Here it goes. The Ten of Swords is, this definitely an ending. Normally it shows someone laying on the ground with all the 10 swords stuck in their back, which is this tiredness of living up to all of the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. And this is like what this fears, this overcoming. I feel like there has been so much demand like on their time that in here, all this clock, they're just like so much demand of their time lately by all these people wanting all this stuff, and they just have been like exhausted. That's what the Ten of Swords is. You get to the point of just being sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and drained and not being able to do all this stuff, right? So um that's why they've been distant here. I do feel they come back around here because with all of this ending, the 10 is endings, a magician's new beginnings. You also have the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities and new things opening up in the outside world, and the Page of Cups. So you've got endings and beginning. So new love and new actions in the outside world coming back around. So I think it just feels like here, whatever has been consuming so much of their time and all these things, they're like done. And so you should be seeing this very soon. What was hidden underneath was the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands does tell me like they've been working on this, out of balance, giving and receiving that they've had in the past, which is this, whenever there's a barrier, and especially nine being the hermit's journey, it's our little child self that had such an out of balance um, relationship and love exchange, success exchange when it was like 7 years old and younger. So whoever that they really wanted attention from and love from, they weren't getting it. They had to give 1,000 love coins to get one back. That's been what's been ruling on them. But this is what's been going on below the surface. The unknown is they've been working on their relationship with whoever this was, father, probably father, maybe mom too. I feel like it was 75% dad, 25% mom that, didn't give him a whole lot of attention. And they're working through that. I feel like this is all part of the 10 of swords that they've been working on too, was, the trying to please mom and dad still, and they're realizing how exhausting it was, and they're I feel like they've been getting to the root of that. So I like that. So definitely endings and beginnings that definitely they should be connecting and coming back around here soon. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you, Crow's Nest. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Right. And Sudeshni, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. All right. And you want to know future person coming towards you? Anyone new? There's an X in your space. Oh, an X in your space and you're not interested. Oh, wow. Yeah. So let's take a look here. All right. So let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit wants you to know? Any other future person coming towards you? Anyone new? Okay. And I want that one and that one and that one up there. Okay. And then that one. Let's see what we got here. I feel like not for a little bit here, because it feels like there's some good emotional cleansing coming here. Because you got the death and the rebirth, you have the 5 of Cups, which 5 is a number of transformation. The 3 cups are the usually the ones that are spilt, which is the past emotions that we felt from individuals, and there's been a lot of spilling of that, and the 2 of Cups here that's spilling on here now is stepping into your power of choice, the power of emotional choice. So it's like you're in this journey of getting to understand that people don't make you feel a certain way. You get to choose how you feel. And there's this freedom of emotional, um, just, I don't want to say emotional anchoring. It's like there's these emotions that have just really dragged down. It's like you're trying to row a boat and there's like 3 anchors and you're like, gosh, why is this so hard? And you're like, what are these anchors? And you're releasing these anchors, which is making your emotional movement easier. And this is what you've been working on. And they're like just a little bit more. It's like you've probably have got rid of one anchor, you're in the middle of releasing one, and there's one more to be released. If that if that resonates with you, because you do have here with the the 9 of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card, and the Ace of Swords. I like this combination because when you add the 9 and the one together, you get the 10, which is the release of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these fears, these supposed to's, these shoulds, the fears of rejection, the fears of not being good enough, the fears of losing that conditional love, all those delicious things that we all feel as humans. But this Ace of Swords is allowing you to connect to this higher perspective of who you are. And it's allowing you to cut away these, these um, swords, these small t truths that don't serve you anymore. So you're letting go of emotions and you're letting go of thoughts too. And I like here that this comes in with the Queen of Pentacles because, again, I feel like this is why there's a delay in having someone new come in for a little bit because she's all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, which of course we have the death and the rebirth happening here. So you're birthing something new within yourself. And I like it because, you know, we come down here to experience lower vibrational experiences, relationships, individuals. But you're done with that for a while. You're like, you know what? I've had like three anchors, right? I feel like there's been at least three relationships. They don't all have to be romantic, but it's emotional relationships with people, whether it's friends or family or lovers, that have created some wonderful low vibrational experiences that you're like, all right, I've attached my definition to these, but I'm ready to let these go because I'm ready to raise my love vibration and have a different higher vibration. So I feel like it's paused and slow to allow the release of these things to so you can rise up to have a different experience because you're like, I'm tired of doing what I've always did and getting what I've always gotten. That's my perfect, beautiful English, but that's what I feel is coming in right now for you, Sudeshni. So it's all about you, nurturing yourself, giving yourself the love and attention, excuse me, and the release of things. So I like it, and that's what they have for you right now. So thank you again for your donation. I appreciate you. And thank you for your additional donation, Crow's Nest. I appreciate that. All right, absolutely. Wow. Spirit knows all, right? I love it. I love it. Thanks for validating that, Sudeshni. It's like, yeah, let's cut them, right? And then you said there's one in your space that you're like, I'm ready to cut that anchor out. Rusty old anchor. All right. So let's take a look here and see what are Hugo's current feelings towards you. Let's see what's going on here. Of course, when we ask about other people's feelings towards us, in reality, it has little to do with us. There's a great meme that is, other people's thoughts and feelings about us are none of our business because, we see the world through our own eyes. So we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So the people we see are mirrors and we're seeing ourselves reflected. So whatever feelings they have are really so much rooted in how they're feeling about themselves. But I understand what you're looking for, and so we'll see what impressions that they're getting, so that you're aware of it. So we'll take a look here. Oh, okay. So look at the first three here. All right. So, first we have a sun card here, which, Leo energy, very bright, very sunny. And so they see you. One of the things they feel towards you is you are this ray of sunshine in life. I feel like your smile lights them up. And you've really also have shown light on them, and I feel like that's almost like a it's like a vampire. You know, the sun. So sometimes they don't wanna see that because, you got the justice card here too. You it's almost like I was gonna say unintentionally, a little bit of intention, but, a lot you don't realize how you impact them and make them look at their stuff, and, I don't feel like you let people get away with their stuff. How people will, well, blah 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 blah, and you're like, well, are you sure it's that, or is it maybe more this? And they're like, oh crap, wow, whoa, yeek! I didn't want people to see that side of me. How are you looking in here? And because you're very perceptive, It's like people have walls up and they're like, "People don't see anything," and then you tap them on the shoulder because 'cause you're in the walls with them, and they're like, "How did you get in here?" And it's because of your I love that picture because, you have a great, empathic ability. You have a knowing, and you pick up on people's emotions, and I feel like this is some of what when they're not ready to see things, that's why they pull away because they know you see right through everything. And they're like, whoa, don't go around them. It's like being around Superman, you know, they have x-ray vision, they can see through most things. They're like, well, if I'm not ready to see it myself, I don't want to be around someone who sees it and tells me about it, right? And we have the Six of Wands. There is this mutual, um, you know, um, passion, mutual attraction here with the Six of Wands. So that is there. It's a victory card, but I feel like it's more because we're asking about their feelings. It's more that there's this mutual attraction, but because of they're scared of burning up in the sun, the vampire needs to stay in the dark in the coffin for now. Hugo the vampire. Let's see what else they have here. You have a couple more. Oh, wow. Yeah, so you definitely have 3 major arcana coming up here. Yeah, and so their feelings for you, I mean, definitely are going through this transformation because you've got the World card, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of new adventures. Got the Tower card, which is the removal of things out of their life, and the Empress, which is new birth and, sensuality and, deep emotion and deep passion too. So they've got this here. They're just needing, they just are looking for this release that comes here with, when they are releasing that 9 and 10 of swords. This is what they're needing to they feel needs to happen for them to be able to start a new journey that is worthy of you. And the Tower card, I feel, is like, I don't know why they who is the I think she's the there's a goddess of destruction. What is her name? Kali. It's like, why do they think you are Kali? I feel like I don't feel like you fly off the handle. Like you're not a frying pan where you necessarily heat up and I feel like you're a slow cooker. Now, maybe in your earlier years you might have been a little bit of a firecracker, but you learned, it's not always good to set every forest on fire. You've learned to um, choose your battles and choose things, but when you get to that point, I feel like that's when you become a lightning bolt in Kali, and you will blast people out of your life. And I feel like they know that about you. And that's one of the fears that they have is like, I don't wanna get blasted out of your life, and so all of this mixed in, you can kinda see why they're, kinda set back, but these feelings and emotions have a lot to do with also their relationship with their mom and their dad, right? And you're like, "Ah, now it makes a lot of sense," right? And with all of this, the World card with this Knight of Swords, there is this leaving behind and changing of thought and belief and mindset. They're pursuing, wanting to see things from a different perspective so that they have this freedom and this movement to be able to do this. So I like this. I mean, on one hand, they're I would say they're scared of you, but they're intimidated, which is not you are not intimidating. It's just because of where their worth is at is where, they why they are intimidated because they see your inner strength, they see your power. They want that for themselves, but they also fear yours. um because they're not used to it. Having that. So, but there it's also very attractive, and there's so much about you that they honor and respect, but again, when we go back to what they're going through, they've got that all this stuff going on, and they're like, "I just can't handle all of that, and, this fear and stuff. I need to deal with this stuff, and then I can more," that's that, world card. I can more easily and readily start this adventure with you, but I gotta do all this other stuff, and I feel like that's where they're at right now. So, that's what's coming in for you for that crow's nest. Hopefully that helps you understand where they're coming from. Very a lot of stuff being released on their end, so I like that. All right, and so many blessings to you, crow's nest, and thank you again for your donation. And Sudeshni, thank you for your additional donation. The tag teaming in, crow's nest, Sudeshni, crow's nest, Sudeshni, and Mia Mia. So thank you for your additional donation, Sudeshni. And as soon as you put your question, I'll jump to that, and Mia Mia as well. And just for the sake of time, I'll keep checking down there, and as soon as I see your questions, I will jump down there. I'm going to jump up to a free reading for Starfall. Hey, you want to know if you changed medication? Oh, is your change of medication the reason why you're making better decisions now? Of course, please see my disclaimer in the description box of the video. I am, of course, not a licensed practitioner, so a medical practitioner. So this is for entertainment purposes, and we'll see what Spirit has to say here for you. Wow. Yeah, we definitely have this here, this change of emotion, transformation of emotion. But the Queen of Cups, I feel like it might have helped, but I feel like with this Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups, of course, co-rules the cups and emotions with the king, but they are given a second portion of emotion, which makes them the master of emotion. So I feel like it might have taken like the edge off a little bit, but the work has been you. You're making better decisions because of your self-reflection, because of your inner work that you've been doing in the transformation. It just helped, pour out a couple little cups, but I feel like with the queen being in here, it's you it helped you step out of fear, and then once you were out of fear, you like full blown um like took it and ran with it, right? Because it's like with anything, when we're given a tool, we can leave it in the toolbox. Like if someone gives us a hammer, we can leave it in the toolbox, and they go, why are you trying to push the nails with your hands? You got a hammer, and you don't do a whole lot without using the hammer. But then there's people who take the hammer and they build cities, and I feel like that's what you've done. So it's a big kudos, from Spirit saying, "No, you know, the medication helped put you in just a slightly different perspective, but the rest of it was you." So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. I'm loving it. All right. You're welcome, Crow's Nest. Wahaha! All right, so Sudeshni, thank you. I see your question there. And yeah, Alexis, I did get yours as well. So you'll be after Sudeshni and Mia Mia. Thank you. So, Sudeshni, will the Pisces let go eventually? All right, let's take a look here. I'm showing a Pisces fish on the end of a line of like a fishing pole, like, on a hook. And it's like, cut the line. Let's take a look here and see. Mm, you know, here's that Queen of Pentacles again about you caring for you. And the Two of Swords is like your mental choice here. I like this almost like kind being scissors here. And you can't control their choices. You just get to let go of, and you make your decisions. The Two of Swords tells us we're the ones that gets to choose what story we apply to any situation, right? Where we invest our energy, where we, yeah, right. You're like Queen of Pentacles. This, where we put our energy and intentions in our physical actions. And they're saying, you just focus on you, focus all your energy here. And then this, you don't have to worry about the Pisces, right? Letting go because you're letting go. I'm going to talk about a cutting, like a cutting lines here in a moment with you. But wherever we invest our energy is what we expand, right? And so if I focus my attention on what I'm grateful for in my life and the story that I'm putting to things, because I'm putting mental energy out into the world, emotional energy, my intention energy, and my physical energy out. Whatever I focus on is what I grow and attract, right? Yeah, cutting the fishing line. Yeah, so there's this if you want to cut some energies between you to do your part, you can do like a candle, like you can do two, they don't need to be big candles. You can get those little small little candles and you can do two little candles, do a little string or something in between. Do it in a place where you're not going to catch anything on fire. But you can light both candles. You can even put initial on each one so you know which one represents you, which one represents them, and you can cut. You can either take scissors and cut it, or you can set it on fire where it burns it away. And then you can either just let both candles burn down, or you can blow out that candle, which blows out the flame, and let your candle burn all the way down. So I like that cutting away here, but it's you stepping in into your power, going, their actions are their actions. So, you don't have to do anything in regards to that. You just get to choose and focus whatever. If you're like, well, I'm focusing my energy on why won't they go away? When we focus on why won't they go away, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy them not going away. And then can you make them not go away? And so there's just like, wow, when we focus on gratitude for what is in our life, we don't invest energy in this. This grows and expands, and these things fall away, right? So I like that. Oh, very good. Yeah, I like this. I like this power empowerment coming in. So you are very welcome. And thank you again so much for your donation. Hey, Sejal, welcome, welcome. Yeah, step into the power, right? I like it. I do the story, I do the emotion, I do my intentions, I do my actions, and then I just don't invest it. Like, I sometimes will have friends who will contact me and go, "Why won't this person leave me alone?" And they'll send me screenshots of the texting in between, and I'm like, "Why are you responding to them?" "Well, because they said this," and I'm like, "They're, um, not what was the word? Not begging. It's I forget what the word is, but it's they're they're trying to fish and throw you a hook, right? And if you grab onto it, they're like, "Ha ha, gotcha," and it's because we are, um, investing energy. They are like, "I want attention." We're like, "Okay, I'll give you attention." They're like, "Aha." But if we don't give them, yeah, if we don't give them any attention, we don't respond to it, we don't even have to respond to it. It's like, but if I don't, they're gonna, da da da. And like, maybe, but if you're investing your energy over here, maybe they're just gonna drift away and invest their energy. Maybe they're doing that to five of their exes because they get attention from all these exes that they have. And maybe they won't notice one's not responding and you can slip away. But that's what's what's coming in there. You don't have to bite on the hook, right? You're just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna invest my energy in what I want, instead of what I don't." It's like Spirit shows, one of the great visuals Spirit gave me for me and through readings is a little kid going into a bakery, and there's like this, the glass cases or a pastry shop, and they're pointing at this pastry over and over and over. And so the baker loads up a dozen of those and gives it. And the kid's like, "Oh, I hate those." And they're like, "Well, don't point at what you hate, point at what you love, and I'll give you dozens of that instead." And it's wonderful. Oh yeah, I'm going to focus on what I want, not what I don't want. And it's wonderful. You are very welcome. And I feel like that was maybe more than for just you and me too. All right. So many blessings to you, Sudeshni. And then Mia, you are up next. They are. Hey, hello, dear. So will F want to see you before you leave, or will he find a way after you moving, and how will it go? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. All right, let me just take a look here. Oh, okay. Okay. That definitely answers that for me. Thank you. Um, so first of all, I don't feel here with the 8 of Swords, they're more caught up in their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and their fears here. You got the 8 of Swords is this movement of thought and belief. I feel like they're more caught up in their thinking. I don't feel like they're going to want to see you, because I feel like they're just really focused on themselves. And, because this is, they're thinking about what of their own thoughts that are keeping them blinded and bound and trapped. So, of course, and I just feel they're making it all about them, which is human. That's what we do when we go into fear mode. When our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, what does it do? Knocks everything out and goes, "Me, me, 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 me. I need to feel safe." It's a little 2-year-old. "All the toys are mine." That's the kind of energy I feel. So I don't feel like they will here. Um, I just don't feel um, like they're going to pursue, because we've got this, the 3 of Wands is going a different direction, and the suspension is transformation, but it also is like this pause. It's like someone goes "Psst," and pauses it. And again, we've got, this energy of here of you moving forward, and that they're, you know, we've got this temperance card here, which is, of course, things take a very, 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 very long time to transform things, and by that time you've moved on, because they've taken so long. Especially with, you've got both the suspended card, the temperance card, the chariot, 3 major arcana. And then, well, I was like, so, when I these came out together, I'm like, "What does this mean?" I go, "It's movement, but taking forever." Tick, 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 tock, tick, tock. They're like, "Oh, she moves on before," because they're taking so long that you're just like, "All right, you know what? I've got other things to do," and you move on. And then they confirmed it with the Tower, which is trusting that people are moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for what is meant for you in your life and to clear the path for you, so your chariot can go smoothly on this road and go and move towards something more in alignment for your life as well. So I don't feel like, you know, they're always, not always, that's kind of a judgment, but they usually have consistently, that's a nice way of saying always, um, have chosen themselves, right? They've been in this place of me, what about me, what about me? Yeah, yeah. I just feel like they're just like, okay, you know, um, it just it they make it about them, because I feel like they've had some abandonment issues and rejection before, and I just feel like they go into oh, here we go again. But they don't want to do anything about it because they get so much attention from rejection, from their friends. Oh, look what happened to me again. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on, we'll go make you happy. Okay. It's like a manipulative thing that are a lot of times our human ego side will really, look at this pain as the tension they get from pain, the tension they get from having a black cloud in their life from people, maybe when they were younger, all their other brothers and sisters and siblings, got the positive attention, and so what was left was negative. So they're like, well, that's easier to get. I don't have to compete with all those other siblings. I don't know. But it just feels like that type of energy, Mia Mia. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, move forward. Just say what you need to say and then head off into the sunset, into your next adventure, is really a freeing thing to do. And don't try not to, unless you want to for a while, define yourself by their actions, because it's not defining you. That just, it's all about what's going on with them. It has nothing to do with you. So you get to decide for you. And I like that. So you are very welcome, dear. And thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. And then Alexis, thank you for your double duo donation. I appreciate that here. Just make sure, yeah, so that was it there. And I saw you down here. There you are. All right. So your first question here, whoops, let me just make sure where I left off of here. Yeah, I left off with Grace 1111 will be the next free reading. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know about how to keep focused and pass with soaring colors? Oh, in college. Okay. You feel like you're struggling with procrastination. Right. And you don't want the stuck energy. I get you. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about all that there? Okay. All right. Yeah, I see here. We've got the Emperor card here, and I love this in combination with these two cards coming in. Let me see if I can do this here. All right, let's try here. There we go. Because you've got the Seven of Swords and the Death card, so the Emperor came out first, and this kind of clarifies it. Because the Emperor, the emperor is given a lot of blah, 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 blah from all their advisors about the supposed to be and should be of the empire. Well, this is what everyone wants. This is what you should do. This is what you're supposed to do. Blah, blah, blah. Right. And the emperor's given a lot of information, a lot of opinion. But then at some point, the emperor goes, all right, I've had enough. Everyone can leave the throne room because emperor is about to make decisions. I decide. No one else does. So there is this kind of advice of stepping into your power and realizing and facing the Seven of Swords, which these are all the fears, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets. What if you don't do this? What if you fail? What if that? What if you don't, go this route? Blah, 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 and all this, right? So there's all this poking, it's like holding a hand of needles, or if you've ever had like thumbtacks or something in your hand and you're like, ow, it's like they hurt, right? Or you stick them in your pocket and you go in to grab them and you're just like, well, these are sharp. And like, yeah, they are. There's these fears that are there, the fears of failing, procrastination is a combination of I'm trying to do something I really don't want to do, like I feel like I'm living someone else's dream, along with fear of failure. Because like I don't want to do it because I feel I'm not going to do well at it, or I'm investing energy in something that I really don't want to do. Because if it's something I want to do, I'm going to have excitement about it, unless I have fear about it. That's why I feel like some of it has to do with fear of failing, and some of it has to do with doing things you really don't want to do as well. And that's what comes in here with the Death card. and the Seven of Swords is putting an ending to the fears, understanding what it is that I'm fearing. What if I fail a class? What if I don't want to pursue this particular education or degree or this area? What if I want to switch it to this? What if I want to do this instead? I feel like this combination with the Emperor is about you stepping up, going, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do and I get to decide. Everyone else with all the blah 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 blah, thank you for your opinion and your advice, but see ya, see your way out the door. Because you have the star card coming in here. And the star card here is all about it's hope and balance and stuff, but it's the wishing upon a star. What is your dream come true? And this really kind of just builds on what we've been talking about with, I not sure, when we wake up in the morning going, "Oh, crud, I gotta go live my dream today." Chances are that's not our dream. That's someone else's dream, and you can tell how many times you hit the snooze alarm, it's like, ugh. But when you are living your dream, you have this energy, you have this excitement. You wake up before the alarm goes off, like I had my alarm set for 8 a.m. this morning because I had a reading at 9. And I'm like, I woke up at 7 going, I can't wait for this day, but let's just get started. Don't go back to sleep. Let's get going. I got stuff that we can do today. And that's the kind of excitement that your dream brings you rather than let someone else's dream. So I feel like that with both the Emperor and the Star coming in here, these are significant, these are major arcana here. And even the Death card, of course, these are all significant alterations and endings and beginnings and changes that you can be made here. So I like this what is my North Star? If and looks like you were saying here, yeah, and you're like, music is what I want to do. Can you imagine waking up going, today I get to go do this and this and this with music? You're just like, you know what? It's my life to live and I'm going to live it. And this wishing upon a star is once you find out what that is and what you want to do, this becomes your true north. Everything else becomes that, right? It's like it helps you make so many decisions. It helps you move and have action in life because when you wake up or you're making plans or someone asks you a question or opportunities come up, it's like, well, does that fit in with my true north? And I'm like, no. Does that help me with my music and where I want to go? No, then I don't need to invest energy in it. Instead, I'm investing that energy towards my music, right? And I love that. I love that for you. And you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the pursuit of, the pentacle, which is your. It's like there's this, energy. Yeah, you can change that. Sure. The Knight of Pentacles is the pursuit of your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, and I like that for you because it's like, um, it's your quest. Who am I and what do I want to have happen, right? So I like that. Yeah, yeah, you can trade in your future spouse for a different question. Low on the totem pole, you're being bumped. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's take a look here, Alexis. Wow, I just got shivers. Exactly. Maybe you'll meet him on The Voice. This is The Voice. All right. I mean, the first card that came out gave me chills because this is the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to this higher place, your higher calling, right? Look, and there's three chairs, and there's you in the spotlight. Here's the three judges' chairs that turn around. I love it. Oh my gosh, look what came back out. The star. The 10 of Pentacles. Woo! I've got goosebumps all the way down to my toes. Yeah, and the King of Wands, stepping forward. Yeah, passion, passion, stepping forward. Yeah, and the 5 of Cups, the emotional choice card coming in here too. Transformation of your emotions. So I love this. I mean, definitely all 4 of these cards say go for it. It's gonna be a beautiful experience and beneficial for you in so many ways. So, definitely, I mean, um, the especially the King of Wands is about stepping forward in your power, like the Emperor. I think of the King of Wands like the Emperor card because 'cause they're both fire and Aries, and they're the rulers over fire. But wow, what a I mean, just if you just had just these 2, even just this one, it reminds me of the voice with the 3 chairs. That's what I saw in my head. And they're all turned around, and here's you being a songbird in a spotlight, and here's the star card too, superstar. So I like it. Very positive. So I would do it. Do it, do it, do it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? What if they don't choose me? You learn a lot through the process, and you learn, and you'll hear that a lot from a lot of people, on America, Britain's Got Talent and Voice and all this, that some of them even that made it up in that got turned down, they come back later and boom, it's a learning experience at the very, very least, right? There's no failure. And when you're living your dream, there is no failure either, which is a beautiful thing. Is um, you just learn. It's just an experience that you learn from, and then you continue because you don't. If it's your dream, you don't let anything stop you. If it's someone else's dream, it's like quitting smoke. I don't know why they're saying quitting smoking, but it's like when people quit smoking for someone else, it doesn't last long and they start smoking behind their back, But when you're doing something for you, it's like, wow, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I would definitely go for it, Alexis. And let us know. We'll go vote for you. That's the one where they vote, right, on The Voice eventually. I'm excited. Yeah, very much. No doubt at whatsoever with those cards. So I like it for you, Alexis. So that's what they have for now. Many blessings to you. And I feel like this excitement now, you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to look into how can I change, if you're, um, you know, um, changing because yeah, so if you are a music major, it's like this is the excitement, right? It's like this is my dream. I know all of this is the stepping stones to get me to where I want to go, right? So hopefully that gives you this woohoo, and this energy is flowing now. So I like it. Like it, I like it, I like it. So many, many blessings to you. You are very welcome, and thank you for your donations. Right. So I think that's it. So we're going to scroll back up here. We left off with Grace 1111. And you want to know who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. All right. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like what's been going on here is, the Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. You've been really focusing on yourself, developing yourself. And this Eight of Pentacles is also says you've been doing the work, putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears on yourself, transforming yourself here. And the Eight of Pentacles does show the wheels are turning and that someone is being drawn into your life. It's not anyone you know now. And it is also someone, I just feel like it's this mirror in a positive way, of yourself, which is always is anyway. But I just feel it's like someone that's been on a lot of the same track as you, and they've been working on themselves. And so it's like two caterpillars that go into their cocoon and they're coming out butterflies, and you're like, hey, hey. and you're both coming out of the cocoon at the same time, and you can appreciate the journey that each of you've been through, rather than a butterfly meeting a caterpillar, and the caterpillar's like, "Well, I'm about to go into the cocoon and become a butterfly. Will you wait for me?" And you're like, "Well, I can see the potential that you'll be a butterfly, but you've been eating leaves for 6 summers, and you could have been a butterfly by now, like, for 5 years. Why haven't you?" "Well, intentions are doing it." It's like, "No, we've had those before. We've seen the possibilities, but they show you who they are. Believe it, right?" But this one is like a beautiful butterfly. There's this individual, again, that has this wonderful, um journey like yours, and very parallel in a lot of ways, where you guys are just like constantly discovering things. "Me too," and then you're like, blah blah blah, and they're like, "Me too," and then they're all blah blah blah, and you're like, "Oh my god, me too," and you're just like, this is getting weird, but it's so, because it just, the bond just is like, and the butterflies can flutter and go places they wouldn't have been able to go had you met them a year ago. You guys wouldn't have been compatible, but because of the journey you both have been on, it's beautiful. So I like that for you, Grace. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Continue moving down the list here. And Smooth Life, you are up. So anything that you need to know, let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know. Yeah. I like that you're in this beautiful release and this questioning, this thinking. The King of Swords rules over swords with the Queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them the master of thought and belief and mindset. And I like this because it's been this really intensive thinking and release of beliefs around abundance, fullness, wholeness, whatever that means in life. And there's this, um, I don't know, weeding out of thoughts and beliefs that aren't yours, that you don't want, and it's like you've been maintaining out of respect for the people that have taught you in your life, but you're like, "You know what? I'm ready to let that go," whether it's, what abundance means, what success means, whether it's like, well, you need to get married and then have children, then you can have a career, then you can have this, whatever this type of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must. It's like you're dissecting. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. It's dissecting and getting rid of the stuff that you're like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. There's this clearing out of what success and fullness and wholeness in the outside world means. And this intensification of it is so, so clear here, because it's like they're really like, I'm really really focusing on it. And I like it, and it's on purpose for a purpose, and there's freedom on the other side of it. So just know that it's happening for you, and you're questioning it because of the emptiness that you felt with certain things that were supposed to make you feel full in the outside world. You're like, eh, and there's this clarity from it, so I like it. So that's what's helping you have a smooth life, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you, and we'll continue moving down the list here, and we've got Angel Blessings. Hello, hello. Messages from your Pisces. Oh, I love the little blue tang fish there. Wow. So the Pisces message to you would be, I let go of expectations around what love should be, right? The 10 of Swords is like there's this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts around love. Who you is supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How is it supposed to be? What the, 150 item list that has to be done for this to work. It's like the 10 of Swords is endings and beginnings. Release those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Allow the freedom to be filled up and overflow. Allow this to be unconditional love, instead of conditional love. And you find this by turning inward and upward because the outside world is full of a lot of rules that love can be lost at any moment. Dun dun dun, because there is this long list. Well, this is what love has to be. Uh-oh, one thing wasn't done, so it's over. It's like, no, this unconditional love we find inward and upward, and it's an amazing thing. And Pisces, of course, they swim in emotion. So they understand the depths and they've swam and they found the Ace of Cups. They know that there's this inner love that they can find. And they're like encouraging you to also find this because that's the difference. We can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if we love ourselves that much, no matter how much love they want to bring in, drip, drip. No matter how much love we want to push out, drip, drip, right? But the more we open up our higher love, this beautiful connection to the capital T truth of eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, the more our capacity to give and receive love from the humans also opens up. So there's like this nudge and this, um, encouragement from the Pisces to say, this is what's available, and it'll make love so much more. Instead of it being lacking and falling short, it'll feel full and overflowing. And that's what they have for you right now. Very much a Pisces message. So that's what they have. All right. So many blessings, angel blessings. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. Oh, lost my place. Oh, there I am. Lynx Lee, hello, hello. So, how does the Leo perceive you now? Yeah, perceptions of other people, it varies moment by moment, don't it? Because their perception of themselves varies moment to moment. And that's what they're seeing when they look at you is themselves in the mirror, right? So when we go, what are they seeing when they look in the mirror of me? A Leo. Let's take a look here and see what their perceptions currently are, to at least give you an idea of where they're at and feeling about themselves. Wow. Very much. Here's Leo energy, King of Wands, very bright and in control and flaming and wanting to put forward their energy and what they're wanting to do, where they're wanting to head, all of this wonderful stuff. King of Swords, but they're really in their head and thinking about a lot of stuff too. So they want to move forward and do a lot of stuff, but their mind is kind of spinning. They got a lot of thinking going on because kings rule over their suit, kings rule over fire, this one rules over air, but all kings are given a second portion of air. So 3 parts thinking, 1 part action, right? And you're like, therein lies your interactions with them, right? You're like, yeah, they do a lot of overthinking, but don't do a whole lot of action on their thinking. At least right now, this is where they're at right now. And their perceptions of you, they've got a lot of thinking about you, but a lot of the thinking has to do with fears, and that's what's holding them back from moving forward. A lot of responsibilities, a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that have to happen first before they're able to do certain things. They're like, there's all these prerequisites of before I do that, I got to do this. And before that, I got to do this. But before that, I got to do this, this, and this. And before those, I have to do these things. And it just feels like this whole complex thing, which doesn't feel Leo energy. They're usually fire in action, but maybe they got a lot of air or something in their chart, or possibly an air sign moon, something that's impacting them, but their tendency is to go into thinking, rather than that maybe Gemini moon. But it's very much this energy of thinking and a little bit of action, and fears holding them back, or fears about, I gotta do this list exactly as I've been told. Almost feel like they came from a military family background where either they were in the military or their parent was, and it was very militaristic, not materialistic, but military based kind of growth because they just everything has to be exactly in a certain way, is how I feel. So that's what's coming in for you, Linksley. Yay! So many blessings to you. Hopefully that resonates and helps. All right. And then soul searching vibe, you're up next. Excuse me. Take a quick sip here. All right. You want an energy reading between you and the Aquarius. All right. Of course, it's all the very Aquarian. Have all these cards fly out, but they're like, not those, these two. It's like I was gonna about to say it's like a magician. Look over here, but this is where the trick is happening. And this is what's coming in here. Here's the magician card, and here's the deception card. The the seven of swords is like the thievery, the yeah, deception. So I feel like the energy reading going on here, there's this, you know, um, not looking where the action is, but paying attention, you're going to see what's really happening here. And I feel like in this case, just because this Aquarius has a lot of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceive them about their worth, about, things that thieve from them, that cheat them out of opportunities. I just feel like that's what's keeping them from, acting in a way that expresses who they truly are and the energy between you. I just feel like it's so funny that that's what came in my head. It was like, there's this, not that there's shenanigans, it's just like the part of how they've learned to grow up and survive in the life that they've had was the distraction while the real stuff's going on over here. And I just feel like that's the kind of energy is, why won't you just be honest with me and show me things like, oh, because I'm a magician. We don't do that. We can't show you the magician secrets. That's the kind of energy that's coming in soul searching vibe. Hopefully that makes sense. Very Aquarian. I'm Aquarius. Very Aquarius, weird energy. It's like, yeah, that's they like to shock, they like to surprise, they like to do things differently. That Uranus energy is like suddenly, ta-da! You're like, whoa, what happened? They like the element of surprise, which is like, you want to see me pull a rabbit out of the hat? No, I'm pulling a lion out of my butt. I don't know. It's like, not what you expected. They definitely don't want to do what's expected, and but very, very unique energy. Hopefully that all makes sense. Soul searching vibe. That's what's coming through for you. All right. So Goldie, you're up next. You'd like a message from your future self here. Let's see what we got going on here. What does your future self want you to know right now? All right. Oh, that one. I forgot to do the hey. Waving back. All right. Wow. So your future self has here, it's like, yeah, you've got beautiful higher love energy, and the chariot card is this, movement card, this victory card, but it's the power of choice card. And I like that they're showing you here that every moment is a choice, and it's your choice. Your life is your choice. And, it comes in here that you know this is the Ace of Cups is about emotional choice. No one makes us feel anyway, and I know we're taught and told and brainwashed, they do that and that makes me feel this way, so you're making me feel this way. Actually, if we broke it down, it's this person's doing this. These triggers rise from within me based on what I've experienced growing up, what I was told that's supposed to mean, what it's supposed to feel like, what actions I'm supposed to take, what energy I'm supposed to invest in that, and then I enact it. I am enacting that emotion, that thought, that energy, that physical action. Knowing I'm not a puppet where people are making me, do things against my will physically, you know, or emotionally or mentally and all that. It just all comes in this way. It's a very empowering message that I get to choose every moment. And there's no wrong choice, there's every moment is a simple choice between unconditional love and higher vibrational energy and fear of losing a conditional love and lower vibrational energy. Everyone is a thought, a story I'm putting, one or the other, an emotion I'm choosing, one or the other. The focus of my intentional energy is one or the other, or the actions I'm taking are based on one or the other. But I'm the one choosing, right? And so there's this empowerment that comes in, and yeah, we are definitely taught a lot of opinion growing up on, like we talked about, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must about all of those areas. And it became our habit, it became our reaction. And so sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making a choice, but Blanche, we are. Because it's become, if we could slow down time, we could see, like, we broke down the programming and looked at each of the steps of the program and go, oh, there's where that decision is made in our programming. And that's where I can alter it. We learn through repetition, and our subconscious believes what we're telling it. And so it was told a bunch of stuff, and so it does a lot of stuff. But I always talk about this beautiful, beautiful um, device here that has this beautiful thing on it called a alarm, a silent alarm, and it can vibrate too. And so you can put it in your pocket or have it nearby you, where it goes off every waking half hour or hour, or however how fast you want to change your habit. That takes you back from the old way of thinking and feeling and energy, intentions, and actions to new ones. What do I want to do? What do I want to grow in my life, right? What kind of expert do I want to become in my life? So I love this. It's a beautiful, powerful message coming in for you, Goldie. And that's what they have for you right now. So I like it. And if you want to know more uh, tools and stuff, I have a free series called Take 10 with Zen, and also a series I put out last year, U times two, which can help with those things too. So, all free. All right. So many blessings to you, Goldie. And then Cutie, you are up next. Hello, hello. Any blessings coming to you soon? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Yeah, you definitely have this release coming here, because we had the Nine of Swords that came flying off the bottom of the deck. And, the suspended here has been, this is the Hanged Man, been this transformation, seeing things from this higher perspective, diving deep with the Moon card here into your emotions, what's going on below the surface, which is this Nine of Swords. Tells me that you've been on this hermit's journey with this nine, the Nine of Swords, looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you, and the things that have been holding you back from really being truly who you are. And that caterpillar, as they're in this transformation, it's becoming caterpillar soup, and it's allowing you to let go of these things. And because of that, you end up flying out of here like, a butterfly, and it's able to take you to places that you haven't gone before. And I really feel here, all this moon, because you can see how the moon is far away over here, because um, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have to do about what you are allowed to have, what worthiness you're allowed to have, right? And the Mother Luna is telling you about how you can care for yourself. And I feel like this is this transformation. It's a lot of self care, a lot of freedom that's coming in, release. Things that have held you back before aren't going to hold you back anymore. The caterpillar, like a stream, even just a small stream of water, and a couple inches thick would hold a caterpillar back from moving forward, but now a butterfly can flutter across it without even realizing it was there. And I feel like this is the blessing that's coming for you, cutie. So I like it, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. And then Kevin Trebuin, hello, hello. I am doing well, and you are up next here. And you want to know, will you meet someone new in love? Oh, sorry. Nope, I went down too far. You're like, oh, maybe that's a prophecy. I'm just kidding. You want to know, how will things go if you try to approach Akshat the upcoming week? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what came out here. That was Kritika's question, but maybe it is. Um, so we've got the 3 of Pentacles here. This is about being true to your authentic self. And the Page of Swords is a new, higher communication. It allows you to see things from a different perspective, and it allows you to really step into being true to you, not worrying about what other people think or, etc. So it feels like I don't want to say a learning experience because that doesn't sound fun, but there's this awareness when you approach them, you realize more about yourself and about you just see things differently from a different perspective, and it cuts away these fears, these thoughts, and these beliefs and these mindsets about how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. And I just feel like it allows you to step into something that's more unique to you. I kind of want to get a little nosy, so thank you guys for your patience. Yeah, Page of Cups, a higher love. So Page of Swords and Page of Cups, it does take you to a new level emotionally and mentally, with them. So that's a positive thing. We wanted something positive there, yeah. But it comes back to more the King of Swords. A lot of mind and overthinkingness, but the King of Swords, of course, wields the Ace of Swords here with the Page of Swords has too, which allows you to see things from a higher place. Master of communication too. So I feel like communication will go very well, especially since where Mercury is now in its post shadow. The because it went direct on Friday. So the further we move away from that, the clearer communication is and the more smoothly. Yeah, and then we go into Libra energy next week too, with the equinoxes. I think it's 22nd, 23rd, 23rd, by 23rd. And Libra energy is all about relationship and balancing and opening. So if you are looking at approaching them, kind of look and see when the equinox, when we're going into Libra sun energy, because that might help things go even more smoothly. Use that energy, it's there for our use. So that's what they have for you right now, Kevin. Hopefully that is helpful. And uh, then, so many blessings to you. Sorry. Moving on, moving on. Kritika is up next. So, Kritika, hello. And you've got your, will you meet someone new in your life? Because you are trying to forget that crush. That's right. I hear you. I like that for you, Kritika. Because I feel like, yeah, you definitely will. We'll see if they'll tell us about when. Because I didn't like them for you, which I think you picked up. Because I didn't feel like they were, um, giving you what you deserve, and I feel like they were very self-consumed, right? Yeah. Wow, yeah. So 9 of Cups, emotional wish fulfillment. Dream come true, and that's what you deserve here. Um, the when is with the Emperor here. So the 9 of Cups, the 9 is the Hermit's journey. It's like while you're waiting for this new love to come in and you're trying to forget your crush, the biggest thing is the love you're looking for is your self-love anyway, and that starts from the inside because you can't love or receive love from others more than to the extent you love yourself. So it's almost like, yeah, have a crush on yourself. Start there. You fill up, and then you do have an individual comes in. The emperor dual message because the emperor, this is you and this is the other person that will be coming in eventually. And the emperor tells you this, that you have such an important piece in the timing. You both do because if you check out my Take 10 with Zen episodes 4, 5, and 6 talk all about fate and that we have fated relationships. So I do feel this emperor that's going to come into your life, Aries energy, will be coming into your life. Um, and but how fast or how unfast they come into your life depends on both of your energies. You can only be responsible for your portion, and the more you look into your self-love, your inner and upward, the more your vibration, your love vibration rises, the faster it draws you guys together. If you're both doing that, it comes in even faster. But you can only be responsible for your cranking of them towards you with your raising your own love vibration. Otherwise, we stay at a lower vibrational energy that has some roots in fear of losing love, of not finding love, of all the missingness and all of that. We draw it out and it comes in later. So I like that. And then, like I said, the second portion is that they have emperor energy, which is a very empowering. Aries, at least in a fire sign, I feel they're very passionate, very expressive, very attentive, um, very much action, action, action instead of dud, 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 right? And that's what you're wanting. But this is who they are and what they bring into your life. So I definitely like that for you, but there are definitely focusing on the self love first, and then that's what will help draw each other in faster. So, all right. So that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. To forget your crush, uh, learn to have a crush on yourself. This is, I love there's like a meme or something that says, you know, I found the love of my life, me, and it seems to be going really good. I think this is going to work out. you know, I like that. All right. So many blessings to you, Kritika and Eliza. Hello, hello. Blessings to you. We want to know what is coming towards you for the rest of September. All right. Let's take a look here. What else? All right. Well, you got this balancing energy coming out here with this Page of Pentacles. So there is this new opportunity coming up that's going to put you in this kind of quandary, which is a good quandary. It's like, do I stay with the old or do I go with the new? And the Page of Pentacles is this, it feels like an upgraded. I mean, it's upgraded, it's up here, like this new opportunity that opens up that makes you like, oh, I don't know, should I stay or should I go? Should I go for that or not? And so there's this great opportunity that opens up. Spirit's encouraging you to go, what are you waiting for? It'll come back around. What's meant for you will never pass you by. But it's like there's this new opportunity for you to go in this new direction. So very much it's a great of benefit to you to go for it and to step into it. Courage doesn't mean that there's no fear. It means you fear it and do it anyway. And that's what's coming in with that is like just have the courage to take a step and then it'll get easy in making this transition and this change, whatever you're moving into. So that's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Anushri, you will be the next free reading coming up here, but I do have a donation. Hey, love1234. Thank you for your donation. Good to see you. All right. And let's take a look here. So you have a couple of questions. Let's see here. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Based on current energies, so how will that roll be? And will it be by the first week in October? And then number two, pew, I got to do my Yoshi sound. And so, okay, love, love, love. All right, I get you. All right, so let's take a look here first. So how will the role be? All right. Well, we've got the Five of Pentacles, transformative, because this does, the feelings of being abandoned, being left behind, lack, right? There's this transformation, and I don't feel like it shows you that you don't need to worry about funds, right? That you always have enough from spirit. And this is that transformation of when I look to mankind, I feel abandoned and lack and left behind. But when I look to creator and spirit, that they're bringing me my sustenance in every moment, I feel full and complete. And I build this trusting relationship with spirit. So I feel like during this role, this temp role, that there is this, awareness of learning and going, yeah, why do I always, not always, but it's humanity. Why do we always look to the outside world for our sustenance? Well, it's because that's what we're taught since we're born. We get our, you know, sustenance from our mother, and then as we get older and eat on our own, then we get it from parents, and then we feel like, okay, they're the ones that provide me everything, right? But there is this transformation with all of this coming in here, um, because there's this awareness, and I feel like this is the answer to your second question, which 9 plus 1 is 10. So I feel like they're doing what they did for August with eights. I feel like they're doing it with tens. It's like, yeah, there is a possibility based on current energies that it can start, there. The Ace of Cups, the first week of that. But there's also this letting fears go and the self love, turning inward and upward. Letting go of control is a big piece of all this, which makes sense with the trust. We try to control so much, and that I need to have this, I need to have it this way. So much of our life we're taught, I got to be in control so my little inner child feels safe and in control. And when it feels out of control, that's when it freaks out and it tries to get things in control. But the big thing we learn about that is like when we grab the wheel, we take it off road and hit a tree. When we trust spirit and we're like, you're going to bring me the perfect situation, person, thing, whatever, in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. I can trust you that you are the one that brings me my sustenance. And I'm going to listen to you and listen to your guidance. But I'm not going to try to grab the wheel, because I don't want to wreck again. So I feel like this is kind of what's going on with the temp role with the job there. And then your second question, all right. We've got the power of choice, and I feel like there is this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth kind of thing. Now, of course, Page of Wands, they have passion and attraction. So that's there. And that's where it starts off, right? There's this attraction, there's this draw, but the choice here of loving, or in love starts with ourself, right? So I feel like they're in the process of learning to love themselves because we've got the 5 of Wands, which starts off with, fear energy that transforms into love energy. And that's what's going on with them. They're learning to love themselves. And truly, we cannot love others or fall in love with others to any great extent until we do that for ourselves. Because, the Spirit always says, we can't love anyone else more than we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than we love ourselves. And so, when there's a lot of lower self love for oneself, the waters are not flooding. They're not. They're not. It's like, well, really a drop, and like really, but that's a lot. To someone who loves themselves this much and they're wanting to pour all this love out, but it's like drip. And they're like, well, that's all the love they have for themselves too is drip. And they're like, well, it's what I have to offer. And it's okay. We're concerned about how other people love us when we're not filling up ourselves with our own love, that Ace of Cups. When I'm not um, a full chalice yet, then I'm looking like, what can fill that up? But when we're looking, it's like they're showing me like this waterfall of liquid, that's the love energy flowing. But if the cup is tilted, it's not getting a whole lot of stuff in it until it gets upright and it's in alignment. And then it fills up and overflows, right? And then we don't really care, it's like someone going to Niagara Falls and going, "Here, let me pour and help you with some water." You're like, "Thank you." You're like, "I really didn't need that." But well, it's welcome. You're welcome to pour your cup of water into this raging river, Niagara, with Niagara Falls happening. It's like you can do that, So that's what's coming in. So hopefully that helps, and many blessings to you. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you again for your donation. All right. So I'm going to be on for about a little less than 20 more minutes. I'm going to try to get through as many free readings as I can. But I think I have enough here where, since I won't be back until Friday morning for the free readings, any free readings that I don't finish in this one, I'll most likely come back later after I go to my Praying Mantis member session. Um, so if you want to join me over there for $7.99 a month, you can have access to all of the sessions after all the free sessions, and then also the Q&A on Thursday nights, where for 2 hours we ask questions of spirit. People ask questions about me and my journey. We pull oracle cards, past life readings, all sorts of fun stuff. And you get advanced access also to all of my Moon Day Mondays. I record all these a week in advance. So you get the advanced Moon Day Monday, the next week's Take 10 with Zen, and the next Pick a Card too in advance. So if you're interested in any of that, just check out the description box of the video. It'll tell you where you can join if you'd like. All right. So, Anusri, we ended with you for the free readings, and you'd like a channeled message from the your person's higher self. Gotcha. Let's take a look here. See what their higher self wants you to know. They're going to tell you a deep, dark secret about them, huh? So, the Sun card here does talk about, diving deep. It's Leo energy. The sun rolls over Leo, but it's the inner child too. There's a lot going on below the surface. And so the higher self wants you to know their shining light. Light is being shown on a lot of different areas of their life. And the Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. So what they're wanting you to know about your person, your higher self, goes, we're going through some stuff. We're doing some really deep inner reflection. They're really nurturing themselves. So if you feel like they've pulled back a bit, it's because they're kind of doing their own heart surgery. They're diving deep. They're trying to understand themselves. And they kind of needed to step back from everything for a little bit of quietude to be able to do that. And so their higher self wants you to know, it's not personal against you. If you feel like they've kind of stepped back or there's a little bit of a wall that has come up, they've done it everywhere because you don't do heart surgery in the middle of a picnic court at a mall, where they're serving all the food. You do it in a sterilized room where there's not a lot of activity, where the activity is controlled so no one accidentally throws a french fry in your heart, or whatever. So, just know that this is what's going on, and this is what their higher self wants you to know that they're working on some inner things right now. So, that is what's coming through for you, Anusri. So many blessings to you. And Happy Peel, you are up next. So, universe's message for you. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah. 3 and 3. You got the Empress, which is number 3 in the major arcana, and the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is this where you, with new information, you're changing course, you're changing direction that you had originally been going in. And there is this creativity, this I don't know, it just feels like a more creative route, a different way of you expressing yourself in a much more free way, because the Empress is, mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself. It's sensuality, but it's also freedom from a lot of rules and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. She runs naked through the forest. Don't do that, you might get arrested. That's the whole thing, right? Well, there's these rules. I can't do that in the city park. Maybe I can get away with it in the forest where there is no one else to see me. But the Empress is this freedom from doing things the old ways, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, and the musts. This new birth, and the Three of Wands, going in a different direction. And it's being encouraged for you to, yeah, do the follow your heart, follow your passion, go in that direction. Don't worry about all these supposed tos. Allow yourself to be free and go in those directions. So that's what's coming in for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings. And then Magician, you are up next here. And you'd like messages from your future self. So we will do that here. And let's see what they got here. Yeah. So definitely this message here of, letting the fears go. You've got the Seven of Swords, literally, let them go. Three of Swords is the expectations equal disappointment, heartbreak, disappointment card. And the Seven of Swords just shows like there's been these fears that have been holding you back from living your dream. The star is like, wish upon a star. What do I want to pursue? What do I want to do? How do I want to go forward? How do I want to express this beautiful love and passion in my gifts with the world in my own unique way? Well, not this way. You got to do it this way and this way and this way and this way. And that just kind of um, pulls the wind out of your sail with all of these fears of failing or not doing it right or disappointing others or repercussions or fears of loss of things or people or relationships, whatever it may be. There's been all of these fears, a handful of fears that have been holding you back. And they're like, what are you waiting for to look at those fears? To die and not live your dream? It's time to live your dream. It's definitely time to move forward because your future self is going, it's worth it, really looking at it. Because you eventually do, but I feel like your future self is like, you can do it earlier, and so it's very positive. We come in with this experience that we're going to have this minimal experience when we come here. And then we have the highest experience that we can have. And there's neither right or neither wrong. But if you wait, this experience, you experience this wonderfulness 10 years from now, right? As an example. Or you can choose to look at these fears, release things, and you get to have this experience in a month, in a year, instead of 10 years, right? So I like this for you, magician. It's time for you to step forward. And like we were talking about before, courage doesn't mean no fear. Courage means there's some fears and we step forward and do things anyway. And do you have the courage? You have the strength to do that, of course. So that's what's coming in there for you. All right. And then Marie Jones. Hello, hello. You're up next to career reading for next week. Let's take a look here, see what we got going on here. What do they want you to know about your career? All right. Speaking of strength, I like this here. We've got the Five of Swords. There's just some mental or communication conflict next week. I feel like this is both in you, in your head, and then also in the outside world. I don't feel like it's extreme. I just feel like there's this challenging of thought and belief in your head and your heart. And then also there's just, it feels like there's this conflict that's happening in the outside world that's happening on purpose for it to, you know, um, go, not go against, but have like this um ignition. It's a reflection. It's almost like whatever mental conflict is going on between your head and your heart gets projected out in the outside world, and you see it in some interactions with others, and you're like, "Oh, I get it." And so you turn inward and upward here to, here's your human self and your higher self, and there's this beautiful, um, awareness, this connection that helps you. This is like connecting with your heart, and you're like, oh, okay. So allowing your heart to have a seat at the table with your mind allows this beautiful transformation. The Five of Swords is a transformation of thought and belief and communication that turns into this beautiful learning experience by the end of the week, bringing you a lot of clarity that comes into. So I like that for you, Marie, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Ashvin Ray, hello, hello. You want to know what's coming next in your life? Let's take a look here. See what we got going on here. All right. Well, you definitely have movement forward here. I like this because the Nine of Swords shows me this is the nightmare and insomnia card with all of these restrictions, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, these things that have been on your mind, really, really strongly on your mind, almost to the point of mental exhaustion, maybe even physical exhaustion is coming to an end. The Chariot is a victory card, it's a movement card. You're putting an end and releasing a lot of these fears through your power of choice. The Chariot card tells us that every moment is a mental choice, an emotional choice, energetic choice, and also a physical action choice. But it's us choosing it. We have a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that tell us, whoa, we have these, beliefs rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love. And we are taught to choose these fears so that you don't keep yourself from experiencing it. But there's always a second choice, which is unconditional love, something that's free of fear. And this is what's coming in here for you. What's coming next is this awareness of people can't make me think a certain way. People can't make me feel a certain way. People can't make me invest my energy a certain way. People can't make me act a certain way in the physical world. We're taught a lot of opinion that we've taken on and then we've done it. It's like someone trying to put a curse on us. Curses aren't real. They don't impact us. unless we allow it to. Like someone says, I'm putting a curse on you, you're going to get sick. And I'm like, with my energetic choice, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. My emotional choices, I'm like, I'm going to get sick. My mental choices, I'm going to get sick. Guess what? I get sick. And then we're like, oh my gosh, their curse worked. No, it's my power that I brought it into fruition. I self fulfilled the curse. If I was like, whatever, curses aren't real, have this pain going on, I'm going to allow you to be there, but I'm going to be have gratitude for my health and life and all this. Nothing happens to us, right? And I feel like this is what is happening. This is what's coming next for you in your life, is you're realizing the power that you hold, the power that comes in here, and you're stepping into this power of choice. There's this movement, this victory, and this power that you're taking back over your life. So that is what's coming in for you, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Marie. So let's see. I'm leaving off here with Queen 707. I'm just going to take some screenshots here real quick. Let me do that a little better here. Go a little farther up. And I will come back. So Queen 707, you'll be my first. Just okay, look here. There we go. You'll be my first one coming back here. Sorry, just seeing someone said ASAP. Okay, very good. And then let's see, we did that one there. I'm just going to scroll down here, and then I will return. I'm going to go to my praying mantis session, and then I will come back after I eat. So because I haven't eaten yet today, and I don't want to pass out while doing the readings or channel, you know, uh, hangry, hungry, angry spirit. I'm just kidding. Uh, those aren't real, but that was a joke. So let me just grab those. All right. So those are those. In the meantime, while you're waiting for your free readings for me to come back, if you want to check out the Moon Day Monday, I put a new one out, and a new one will come out tomorrow. But this one talks about all the energies of the week. And then my Take 10 with Zen is a video about 10 minutes or less about connecting to spirit or our higher selves, and I answer questions from my subscribers. And then also we have a What's Up Wednesdays, where I put out a pick a card. This is the pick a card from last Wednesday, which had to do with the Virgo moon energy that will impact us for a couple weeks until the full moon. And then I also have giveaways, so don't forget to check out the giveaway playlist. The most recent video will tell you how to get into September's monthly drawing at the end of the month. There's 3 ways to win, 3 drawings, so you can check that out. And then also, if you're interested in any of my services, most of them are 50% off until the end of this year, because I love you guys. I want to give back. So my pre-recorded personal readings, my Hedges of Peace and Love, and my Wish Upon a Star astro readings. All of that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. So if you want to check into any of those are available. And just want to say a big thank you to all of you that have given the video a thumbs up. It does tell me you're enjoying these free readings, and it helps spread the Zen love, so you're part of the Love Tsunami. A big thank you to all of you that made donations as well. It's because of you that I'm able to do this. That's how I make my living and how I eat. So thank you. It allows me to offer these free readings. So I'll be heading off here in a moment to go to my praying mantis session. And as I mentioned, I have YouTube memberships now. And if you sign up at the praying mantis level, which is $7.99 a month, you have access to these free readings that I'm about to go to after each of my free reading sessions. And then also Thursday nights, we have a Q&A, where for a couple hours we have readings, question and answer about things of spirit, about me. We do past life readings, oracle readings, all sorts of fun stuff. And so you can have access to that. And then you also get advanced access to my I record in advance, a week in advance, my Moon Day Mondays, my Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays, and then the pick a cards. You have advanced access to those too. So all of that information you can find in the links in the description box of the video. So I'll be heading off here. Hey, Alice, I'm just about to head off, but I will be back later. Let me just recapture this to get yours in here too. Let's see, where did I? All right, so it's from here. Oh, there it's up here. Okay, just gonna grab that here, and then I will be back. So, thank you guys again for all the love and support. And until I see you guys again, just remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You hang in there, and you guys take care. We'll see you.